Robbie, welcome to Hibernian. You must be glad everything's done, dusted, you can get to work tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. It's been quite a whirlwind. It's happened quite quickly, but really looking forward to getting started and getting into the game on Saturday.
How far back does your relationship with Paul go? You've worked together in a professional capacity, but you've obviously known each other a long time.
Yeah, a long time. We've obviously come through the FA system for the badges, which is a process in itself. We're both, although relatively young, got good experience. We want to promote some young players, which we've got great history at doing. So really looking forward to the challenge and, like you say, getting started.
You're a familiar face to people up here with your Scotland background, but what does Paul bring to the table for people that maybe don't know Paul so well? What should supporters expect?
Should expect a team that will firstly give their all, work hard, be attacking. I think if you look back to his Barnsley team, they punched above the weight for long periods and did really well in the Championship, and give young players a chance with some really good experienced players. So that's basically in a nutshell what we'll be trying to do. What
about yourself, your background, obviously since you've been a coach for a long time now, especially at Sunderland, was developing young players, do you see that extending up here, similar sort of role? I think
so. I think that's the way football's going. If you can produce your homegrown players that come through the academy that have an affinity with the club, supporters get behind them, and it's great for everybody. And then add to that the experience that you bring from outside the building. Hopefully it'll be a real powerful sort of team and squad that we can build.
You were a big influence on Duncan Watmore, for example, at Sunderland. He's someone who had a brief sort of injury interrupted loan spell up here, but what are your kind of recollections of working with him?
Oh, Duncan was, first and foremost, was his attitude to work, attitude to learn, and again he was a player that was highly sought after and chose to come up here. And like you say, it was a little bit injury hidden, but I think he probably made a good impression on people within the building as much as those outside the building. But there's plenty of players we can talk about like that I've worked with in the past, and hopefully we can do the same here.
Paul talks a lot about environment and the atmosphere he wants to create here. Is that something you're on the same page with?
Yeah, definitely. We want to create an environment of respect, people that work hard, people that enjoy coming into work, and ultimately what we want to do is really put a team out on the pitch that the supporters can relate to and get behind.
You've obviously done your research, you say you've taken in a couple of games, you've watched a lot of games.
Yeah.
What are your general thoughts on the squad?
It's good. It looks like a real hard-working group of players. Obviously we'll want to put our own stamp on tactics. Won't go into too much of that now, but there's certainly a lot to work with, and that's the exciting bit.
You're obviously used to working with some great facilities, especially down in Sunderland. What were your initial thoughts when you walked into the training centre for the first time? You do have a lot to work with, yeah?
Oh yeah, it's really good. I haven't been here before, so it's took a little bit of a while to get my bearings, but from what I've seen, it's very impressive, and there'll be no excuses on that front.
Yeah, I've been north of the border before though, as we discussed off camera. You had an eventful time in a Scotland shirt.
Yeah.
Talk us through that. I should say you qualified through your Campbelltown-born granny.
That's right.
A token mention of that. How did it all come about in the first place?
Well, it's the process when you sign for a club is to fill the forms out as a young player, and obviously I could register for Scotland, as you rightly say, from my grandparents, so it kind of got forgotten about for a little bit. I broke into the team at Middlesbrough, and then for some reason it just started to snowball and people started to take an interest. It was a great experience, something that I really enjoyed. Not sure the supporters might have enjoyed watching it, but it was, something to look back on and say I'm glad it happened, even though it was tough with the results we had at the time.
But a great experience.
Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, great. I mean, representing Scotland was a fantastic honour and something that can't be taken away.
And unlike James Van, you made it back on time from Hong Kong.
That's very true. Yeah. We weren't meant. You said you weren't going to talk about that. Yes, I did. Yeah.